The next time someone tries to humiliate you in front of a room, your mouth is not your weapon, your silence is. Most men lose the fight in the first 3 seconds before a single word gets said. Here are 7 responses that end confrontations before they start. Real ones, pulled straight from men who ran empires, buried friends, and got exiled for telling the truth. Every one of them comes down to one brutal fact. You do not control what gets said to you. You only control what you do with it. The moment you forget that, you hand a stranger the keys to your own nervous system, and most men do it a dozen times a day without noticing. They think they're arguing. They're actually being operated. Here's the part nobody tells you. The person provoking you isn't actually trying to win an argument. Arguments are for people who respect each other enough to reason together. What they're after is smaller and uglier than that. They want to watch something in your face move, a flinch, a stammer, a spike in your voice, anything that proves you felt it. That proof is the entire transaction. Deny them the proof, and the whole exchange collapses, because you can't humiliate a man who refuses to confirm he's been hit. Response 1. Noted. One word, say it flat, no emotion behind it, and watch what happens. People attack because they expect a show. They want your face to change, your voice to crack, something in you to react, so they have proof it landed. Noted gives them nothing to work with. It confirms you heard them and confirms nothing else. No debate opens, no thread to pull, no follow-up question for them to twist. You've closed the loop before it even started, and closed loops don't make good stories, which is exactly why they stop trying. Response 2. Silence. Not sulking, not storming off, just stopping. Socrates was struck across the face by a stranger on a street in Athens. He said nothing back. When his students asked why he didn't retaliate, he told them that if a mule had kicked him, he wouldn't have wasted breath arguing with the mule either. That is not weakness. That is a man deciding the insult wasn't worth the currency of his attention. Most people can't sit inside a silence they didn't create. It makes them talk more, explain more, walk their own comment back without you saying a word. Every insult is a hand reaching out for a rope. Silence is you never picking up the other end. Watch a room the next time this happens to someone else. The loud one keeps talking, filling the space you refuse to fill, and the longer it goes on, the more the room starts watching him instead of you. Response 3. Maybe I'm missing something. This one costs your ego and pays you back in control. Say it and mean it, not as a performance, not with a smirk underneath it. The person expecting a fight gets a man asking a genuine question instead. There's nothing left to push against. You didn't concede, you didn't collapse. You just refuse to hand them a wall to punch, and a fight where only one person shows up isn't a fight anymore. It's just a man standing alone, yelling at the weather. Most men treat every disagreement like a hill they have to die on, when half of them aren't even hills. They're molehills wearing a costume, and the second you stop dying on molehills, you get to save your energy for the ground that actually matters. Drop a comment right now with which of these 7 you're going to try first this week. Response 4. Give me a second. 4 words that buy you the one thing panic never gives you: time. Historical accounts of Marcus Aurelius describe an emperor who delayed judgments and consulted advisors instead of ruling on instinct, even while surrounded by men who expected an emperor's temper and got a philosopher's patience instead. That patience wasn't softness, it was armor. Seneca understood exactly what was at stake in that pause between provocation and response. Writing to his friend Lucilius, he put it plainly: the outcome of violent anger is a mental raving, and therefore anger is to be avoided, not for the sake of moderation, but for the sake of sanity. Not for politeness, for sanity. 4 words stand between a reaction you'll regret at 2 a.m. and a decision you'll respect in a year. Use them every single time the room gets hot. Response 5. That's not mine to hold. Somebody hands you their judgment of you like it's a fact you're required to carry out the door. You're not required to carry it. Epictetus, a man who spent part of his life enslaved and still ended up teaching emperors, wrote it without softening it at all. It is in our power to have no opinion about a thing and not to be disturbed in our soul, for things themselves have no natural power to form our judgments. Read that twice. The insult only lands if you agree to hold it. Set it down instead and keep walking, because their opinion of you was never actually about you. It was about them, dressed up and handed to you like a gift you never asked for. Now let me tell you a story. I knew a guy named Daniel. Daniel's older brother cornered him at a family dinner and told the whole table that Daniel's business was a hobby, dressed up as a career, that he needed to grow up and get a real job before he ran out of savings. The table went quiet, waiting for Daniel to defend himself the way he always had, but he didn't raise his voice. He looked his brother in the eye and said, "That's not mine to hold." He picked his fork back up and kept eating, and when his brother tried twice more to reignite it, he got the same calm silence both times. A year later, Daniel's business paid for that dinner and everyone after it. Response 6. Walk away mid-sentence. Not dramatically, not to prove a point to anyone watching. Just stand up or hang up or change the subject because you decided the conversation was finished before they did. Marcus Aurelius wrote something every man forgets the moment his blood gets hot. It is in thy power to retire into thyself and to be at rest and free from all businesses. That's not retreat. That's a man refusing to let another man's chaos rent space in his head for free. You've seen that same energy on screen if you've ever watched John Wick walk out of a room full of men who wanted a reaction and simply didn't get one. Calm, in that context, isn't the absence of danger. It's a decision about where danger is worth spending. Response 7. Thank you for showing me that. The hardest one on this list because it means treating criticism, even hostile criticism, as information instead of an attack. Every fighter who ever got good sat down afterward and watched the tape of the fight he lost. Rocky didn't win his rematch by pretending Apollo Creed's punches never landed. He studied exactly where they landed, then trained until that gap closed. Say thank you, mean it, and use whatever they just handed you because somewhere inside even a cruel comment, there's usually one true sentence worth stealing. Most men throw the whole comment in the trash because of how it was delivered, and in doing that, they throw away the one piece of information that could have actually made them dangerous. Don't do that. Take the information, discard the delivery. That's not forgiveness, that's efficiency. 7 responses. Noted, silence. Maybe I'm missing something. Give me a second. That's not mine to hold. Walking away. Thank you for showing me that. None of them are tricks, and none of them require you to fake being unbothered. They work because the calmest man in any room is usually the one actually, while everyone else is busy proving they're not scared, which is its own kind of confession. Pick one. Use it this week on something small before you ever need it for something big, because the version of you who can stay level under a minor insult is the same version who stays level under a real one. That's not a coincidence. That's training. Nobody builds composure in the middle of the crisis that actually matters. They build it in 100 small rooms first, 100 small provocations they let pass without flinching, until staying level stops being a decision and starts being who they are. Thank you for watching. If you want the deeper breakdowns, the parts that don't survive on YouTube because the algorithm buries anything this direct, join me on Patreon. Hit like and subscribe if any part of this hits something in you. I'll see you in the next one.